Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing another pick a card reading. This one is all about who are you really? So this should be a deep reading and a fun reading, and I'm so glad you joined me today. So get your goodies and come and settle in with your Auntie Amy. Now, I'm going to be highly medicated as always due to my autoimmune disease, so I might slur my words sometimes or be a little goofy, but that's the way it is over at my house. So, anyway, the four cards you see before you are your psychic linking objects. They are from my new tarot deck, Todd Alcott's Horror Tarot. Highly recommend. I am just madly in love with this tarot deck. So I just wanted to tell you what it was from in case you were curious. Now, I'm going to include a little video for those of you who want to see these cards up close and take a bit of time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there probably is going to be more than one message here for you. So the first group is the Empress. The second group is going to be Strength. The third group is going to be the Magician. And the fourth group is the Queen of Wands. So there you go. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation.
Hey Group 1, all of you that selected the Empress, this is going to be your reading all about who are you really. So we're going to see what are you really about. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This is a lovely card, and I love the spider web behind it. You might be a Cancer, by the way. The Empress, she has everything a woman needs in abundance, and she's at one with the forces of the hysterical realms of the universe. That's what this card says. So we're going to get into it and see, what are you all about? Who are you really? Okay, so we're starting off with the Bone Earth Oracle deck. I just felt really guided. Sorry, my headphone wire is all wiry around me. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. If I didn't say that already, I can't remember because I am highly medicated due to my autoimmune disease. So with the green stuff, it's green, y'all. Okay. You may be also, I'm feeling like Queen of Pentacles energy here too. So I'm dealing with feminine energy. It doesn't mean you're not masculine in gender. This is talking about your feminine energy. So you may be a masculine in gender appearing person who has a very strong feminine energy as well. This is somebody who has a strong kind of wave or well of compassion here. No reversals. The deck is just upside down. We have the Stand, courage, determination, and fearlessness. Aren't these beautiful cards? And then we have Flow, recovery, moving on, finding peace. I swear these cards came out in another reading recently, and I thoroughly shuffled this deck. I think I've done a reading with it since that. So yeah, I feel power here. I'm hearing like power in recovery, power in forgiveness, the courage to face what some won't face when it comes to emotion. I feel like there is this just overwhelm of emotion here. Someone who is just so in touch with their emotional self, letting go, trust, expansion, surrender. You may be a Sagittarius or have some really powerful aspects with Jupiter in your chart as well. Also feeling a little bit of Gemini, Saturn energy here with this power. And with the spider, you may have some affinity with a spider goddess or a spider as a archetype or a familiar or spirit animal. I feel like you are someone who understands flow, okay? And I feel like if you don't understand it now, that's part of your journey. And it's not that you're learning to understand it. This is part of your nature. You have an inborn ability. You have some kind of strong water in your chart, okay? Because you understand this flow at a very intuitive level, okay? You're probably highly intuitive or empathic, artistic. You may be psychic as well. There's emotional intelligence here. And all these cards have bones on them. And I feel like this is someone who, we have recovery, moving on, finding peace. I feel like you understand that part of the cycles of life, because I'm feeling Pentacles energy, Queen of Pentacles energy here. I'm feeling like you understand that there are times when you have to let go to recover, to transform, to heal. That's part of healing, is the letting go. And the Empress understands that for her kingdom to flourish, sometimes you got to make cuts, right? You can't please everyone. And that's part of being a powerful Empress, powerful matriarch, is being able to make tough decisions. We can't be... Sometimes to stand in love, you must stand in your power. And you must make difficult choices. You have to let go, and you have to be able to trust that the letting go is going to allow the recovery for your expansion. And this is something that either you already know, or this is part of your life path, you to remember this, because I feel like it's almost not even remembering. It's just like, this is part of who you are. You may fight it at times. You may fight the flow. You may fight the emotions. Because I feel like for some of you, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to pull on that. I feel like for some of you, the path isn't smooth here to this, okay? I feel like this may be an aspect that some of you hide as well, because it does make you vulnerable, okay? And I'm seeing a crab here, so I'm seeing Cancer energy. You may not be a Cancer, but this is the energy I'm pulling on. That when you show how powerful your emotions are, when you show that you understand emotions, sometimes you feel vulnerable and you end up recoiling. Sometimes because of the responses from people, because the average person isn't like this, are they? The average person is very detached from this element. And the truth is, they have to be in many ways, because people go through horrible things, which you understand. Some of you guys, you're in nursing, you're a counselor, you're some kind of healer or helper, like in the world, okay? And you intuitively understand that sometimes you upset people by your emotional self or your emotional understanding or your empathy. You trigger people sometimes with it, and it causes you to recoil. But as you grow in age, you will, and experience, age or experience, depending on what you do. I mean, if you're an ER nurse, your experiences are going to just compound daily. You're going to feel like you're 50 when you're 25 if you're in the ER. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends. But with time or experiences, you will understand how to work with this in a way that feeds you and feeds others. But I do feel like this deep well of emotional intelligence, the experiences you have with your emotions, your ability to express them. I feel like your sadness is very powerful. Your anger is very powerful. Your emotions are very powerful. If you are involved in any kind of like the craft or magic, casting from your emotions is extremely powerful. The more emotions you pour into the work, the more powerful the working goes. So, you know, I feel like this hidden aspect for some of you is probably more powerful than you even realize. Okay, let's pull a couple more cards here. Tell me more about who is my group one, really. You're a powerhouse. You're a healing powerhouse. But you're also a very expansive energy. You're very courageous. But I don't feel like you wear these as like badges. I think you hide a lot of this. Like you also, I feel like I'm feeling some Leo energy with the loyalty, the courage, the boldness. But I feel humility here in that. Like, just, you may work like in the public sector. I'm seeing like police force, army, firefighter. You may have done these kind of things. You may have done some kind of public work. You may have worked for a charity. Like these are a group of people who have either worked for the public or done charity work or something. There's something about this group that is very compassionate, and it really does drive your life. We have solitude, alone with myself. We have signs, 25 messages are to be seen and heard. And, you know, these two want to come out, so let's pull those. We have spring, 11, everything that blooms. And we have winter, frozen hearts, 14. I feel like, you know, the real you, some of you guys won't like this, but, you know, it is what it is. I feel like the real you can be emotionally fragile at times, because there's a strength in having this kind of emotional place, this emotional kind of body, okay? And you hold that for like your work and what you do. Like, you have to have compassion to do some of the things you do in the world. You know, you may be a mother, you know, you have to have a lot of compassion to be a mom every day. Okay. We don't talk about that enough. But I feel like in your interpersonal, like romantic relationships, I feel like you're very fragile, and you don't necessarily let your partners or even best friends know. Like the people that see you and know you, this is a part of yourself that you tend to like hide away. There are several parts of yourself that you hide away. And I feel like it's because as a child, there was a lot of emotional manipulation. I think there was a lot of shame around your powerful emotions. I feel like people made you feel bad for crying at movies. You know, don't cry, it's just a movie. You know, that kind of shit. You know, you're always so emotional. Why are you getting so emotional all the time? What's wrong with you? Making you feel shame about your emotions. And I feel like there have been times in relationships where you've gotten that same, well, you have partners who are, I'm just not emotional. Like they're completely detached from their emotions. So when you show emotions, it just freaks them out. You know, or maybe you're a Libra surrounded by Aries. I don't know. I don't know. That's a little jokey joke. Aries, don't come for me. I love you guys. But what I'm saying is that it seems like to me that you had to hide a very precious part of yourself away, to the point that even those closest to you don't get to see this part, this very tender-hearted part of yourself. I think you do show it to, like, if you have, when your children are small. I think you show it to like your kids when they're small, or your grandkids when they're small, or like your animals. That's where your tenderheartedness goes now. It doesn't really go to people necessarily. I think when you're alone, when you're watching certain movies, that you may show it then when you're alone, but some of you guys are channeling it into writing or art, which I think is beautiful. But I, I just want to say that if you are in a personal relationship, like a romantic relationship, where you feel like you have to hide part of yourself away, you know, I'm just going to leave that there. Um, let's get some more energy for you. Let's pull a couple more cards here. Let's get a few more cards and then we'll pull some tarot. All right, tell me more about my group one. Tell me more about my beautiful group one. You have an amazing heart chakra. And I'm going to tell you, I feel like in your past life, you did some kind of compassionate service. I feel like I'm seeing like nuns feeding starving children. I'm feeling this energy of like nurses and doctors who took care of people who like were getting amputations. I'm like starting to get overwhelmed by this a little bit. So I'm going to pull out of that energy, okay? It's just very overwhelming, the stuff that many of you guys have done in past lives. Like, you guys were literally angels on the battlefield. Do you guys know that? I want you to just like take a moment, okay? Many of you guys do that now too. And I just want to say thank you, because I've been on my own battlefield and I've had angels like you come and help me. And if it wasn't for you guys, sometimes I wonder, what would happen, So thank you. Thank you for all the things you've done in this life and the times before and the times after, and all time is now. So, okay, let's look at this card and see what we have here. We have earth worship. Until my body is in your arms, I will worship you, dear mother of mine. Oh, how connected to the divine feminine are you? Is this why I keep picking up on the Queen of Pentacles? Like, I am struck. I am struck by this connection. I can feel it like flowing through me. It's beautiful how connected you guys are. I think you have a deep connection to nature. This is where the healing is like being pulled from. It's like you almost pull from the nature element here. It's almost like you are one with nature, like you are literally an element of nature. Well, we talked about water before. And some of you guys are water, some of you guys are earth, some of you guys may even be the nature of air. And I talked about the spider. You may have some animal spirits that you really, really vibe with heavily. But man, this is powerful. You have such a powerful energy of alignment with divine feminine energy. And it seems to be something that you channel to others. And I'm seeing through hands, and I've been picking up on the hands thing for a few readings. Also, throat chakra, your mouth, the words you say. Some of you guys have the most healing speech. And for some of you, it's in the tone of your voice. Okay. You really are a healer. For real. And, the thing is that there's this well within you that you hide away that's so pure and so wonderful. And I know you're protecting it because you're afraid for it to get hurt. But honestly, the healing of that, some of you guys have been healing it or you've healed it. And some of you guys, a lot of you guys are, kind of like, I hear what you're saying. The healing of this is going to open up so much of this divine feminine energy. because it's going to help you get into balance. The pulling away that you feel, you won't feel that as much anymore. You won't feel like you have to pull away. You will feel the strength in your vulnerability. You will not feel as fragile. You will understand that your vulnerability is your strength. I've often said this, and I believe it absolutely to be true. Those things that we are often most ashamed of, or we think are weaknesses, are actually some of our greatest strengths. And other people validate that a lot of times. And I feel like some of you guys, you may be gardeners or things like that. And I don't know if you realize this, but your energy helps grow your plants. Like, it's not just the fertilizer and the dirt it's you. It's you. It's you, okay? It's you. You have this ability to help people grow. Plants, relationships, you have this very beautiful, amazing ability to help things grow in general. It's a very abundant energy, as is said on this card. The Empress. She has everything a woman needs in abundance. And she's at one with the forces of the mystical realms of the universe. I said hysterical, didn't I? It's mystical. It's mystical, not hysterical. But hey, it could be. Sometimes the mystical is rather hysterical. Let's pull some of this tarot, okay? Your auntie, I tell you, I tell you, your energy is beautiful. It's absolutely, that's who you really are. You are such a beautiful soul. You are so giving. And I feel this inner vulnerability. And I don't think people see this. I think you got a hard outer candy coating. Okay, I think you got a big, hard shell, okay? And some of you guys, it's candy coating, but it's still a hard shell. When it comes to you, when it comes to other people, you're just like, yes, very supportive, you embrace the emotion. But when it comes to interpersonal, you're like, don't touch me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about it. And perhaps it's because, maybe that's what you do for a living. But also, come on. Come on, mama. Come on. You deserve a little something too. You deserve a little wonderment, don't you think? I think so. Okay, these came out of the deck. We have the Ace of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, the Ace says, a spiritual gift, ideas flow towards your soul. Follow your passion. High potential for growth. Beware the pitfalls. Okay, we have the Suite of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, destitute, alone, and terrified for the future. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just like, I think that we've got to the center. I think we got to the center of the issue here. Like, that's the terror. I'm not laughing at your fear, but these cards are just so on, aren't they? The fear of being alone and destitute and the uncertainty kind of rocks you. Because it is scary. It's so scary to make yourself vulnerable, isn't it? It takes strength to be vulnerable, to have faith in yourself and the people you trust. And somewhere along the way, your trust was violated, right? And this is where we have this card, letting go, trust, expansion. Now, here's the thing, little Empress person. I feel like this is something that you tell other people, okay? I think you encourage this in other people. Letting go, trust, expand your horizons. But when it comes to you And your personal stuff, you're like, oh no, I'm not doing that. It's for you too, okay? It's for you too with the Ace of Wands here, okay? But be reasonable. I think that's where you're like, but am I reasonable? Do I let my emotions get away from me? And I feel like that's where your balancing point comes in. That's where you begin to get balance, is where you start to really understand the importance of balancing this really powerful emotional self with reason. And it's part of kind of growing up, I guess, right? You don't have to let go of your wonder. I'm not saying that. But sometimes wonder needs a map. Sometimes wonder, has to take a break from the roller coaster, and get a snack and take a rest, take a nap, and eat some cookies. So, sometimes we all have to take a break. So what I'm saying is that when you want to lead with your heart, check with your reason, and then go. It doesn't have to be all or none. Are you an all or none person? The Queen of Swords, unbiased independence. Look at the Queen. What the fuck did she do? You don't want to do this. You don't want to just do this, okay? I don't feel like this is something you want to do. You don't just want to cut yourself off from people. Okay, because I feel like that's what that bitch is doing in that card. She's just cutting people off. And I feel like there may be some people in your life who see you more like a Queen of Swords. And honestly, the truth is, you don't read like a Queen of Swords. But I feel like they may see you that way because you protect your peace. And if you've had to recoil too many times, there's not going to be any more recoiling. There's going to be a snip. Sometimes if your relationships aren't worth it, and, take that as you will, you just snip it, okay? That's not always a bad thing. Sometimes that's having good boundaries. And sometimes that's also can be an act of, I was vulnerable with you and you fucked with me and now I'm hurt and I'm done. And that's probably something to reflect on. It doesn't mean you were wrong to do it. It just means that may be something to reflect on for you. Okay, let's get a couple more cards here. Tell me more about my group one. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. We have the Hermit and we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you need a lot of alone time in general. I feel like, and honestly, this is part of what makes for you to have a healthy relationship with someone. Okay, so it's one thing to recoil to your independence because you need alone time. And it's another to recoil because you're afraid. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, it's sticking up, so let's look at it, is the Two of Wands. Okay. All right. So, I feel like, in your heart, you really value your peace. And you're very tender-hearted. And you don't mind really being alone. But you also know that there's a part of you that needs emotional connection. But I got to tell you, I feel like you're denying yourself deep emotional connections. I feel like you have told yourself that you are deeply emotionally connected to people, but you're actually keeping them at arm's length for fear of being too vulnerable. Even though you have all this emotion that you share, there's a part of this that you don't even share with those closest to your heart. And I understand that, but that's really who you are. That's just who the fuck you are. And it doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it bad. It doesn't even make it something you have to change. This is who you are, you know? And we're all very complex people. And you are a very complex Empress. All right? Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was an interesting and insightful and a helpful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 2, all of you that selected strength, this is going to be your reading all about who are you really. So keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so we have strength here, and the card says, a contest between the most powerful, most terrifying creature alive and a lion. You are the most powerful and terrifying creature alive. So let's find out who you really are, okay? I feel like you're pretty fucking fierce, number one. Okay. All right, so let's pull some naughty oracle cards, okay? Because I'm just feeling that. Spirit was like, this is a one for that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move my hair if you feel the bristling of my hair on the microphone. Okay, so let's knock it around. Okay, tell me, who is my group 2 really? You're fierce as fuck. Okay, you're very fierce. You're courageous. And I feel like, and I'm just going to tell you straight, okay? I feel like any motherfucker that comes up against you is fucking stupid. Okay? I hear you laughing. It's true, though, isn't it? One way or another, they get fucked over, don't they? They do. Either you do it or the universe does. It's just the way it is. These two want to come out. Black holes suck. Don't let darkness hold you back. Ooh, I feel that strength. Did you literally come out of the void? Really? Some of you guys are like one with the void or with darkness. Like you understand your shadow and you are not afraid. You are not afraid of the dark. You understand the balance of light and darkness. You understand the power of shadow. You may have some infernal energy or not. Maybe not. Maybe you just understand the power of darkness, of the shadow, of our primal self. You know, it is what it is, okay? All right. We have dickweed death. Okay, new beginnings are needed. Yeah, I feel like this to me speaks of cycles of rebirth. You're good at the rebirthing. You're good at the rebirthing through those black holes, right? You probably have a really good sense of humor for me to pick these cards. You probably have a truly good sense of humor. We have Cat Chat. Connect to your psychic site. So are you psychic as fuck? Or you like cats? You're either psychic as fuck or you like kitty cats. Meow. Well, it's a Leo card too, because we have the lion and we have the cat. So, hey, you got some like vibe here. What is this vibe about? Like, so you're kind of hot, right? Like people are attracted to you, right? Okay, so you got it going on. All right, so you got a thing. You're fierce. People are attracted to you. We have love and light, motherfuckers. Justice. Yeah, you've got it going on, you know. You Pluto, Scorpio energy here, Leo energy, little Gemini action as well. I do feel a hint of Virgo energy. Just a hint. Not too much, but a hint. So I'm like, what cards? What cards we want to pull? Let's go ahead and get some of this right here. Okay. So tell me more about this strength card. So let's see, what is the truth of this? So, I see your outer furry, mane. I see you. I see you as this very fierce, badass type of energy. Okay. But underneath all that, we're gonna see. Okay. Underneath all that badass energy. We have the whole deck is upside down. Okay, we have the Suite of Wands. 2. Are you prepared for your journey? Yeah, okay. Are you asking me if I'm prepared for the journey of reading you? That's what I kind of felt right there. Like, are you prepared for your journey, bitch? Auntie Amy, are you prepared? I don't know now, because they're telling me to switch cards, which is not in the plan, Stan. Okay, let's switch cards. Okay, I'll switch them. I'll play along. Okay, so these cards are special cards because they keep them in the special box. Okay, these are Lucifer's cards. All right, so okay, so I'm going to shuffle them up and we're going to read these cards. Okay, so am I prepared for my journey? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Love and light, motherfuckers. Okay, so let's go. Tell me about the inner you of my group too. Oh, they want to just pop out like that. Okay, we had the Knight of Coins, the 10 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, so, I feel like, first of all, I get like the Knight of Coins. First of all, you may be an earth sign. You may be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. We have 10 of Cups here. So I feel this energy of you're very loyal to your family, okay? That's the truth of you. You have a soft spot for your friends with the 3 of Cups and your family. They mean the world to you, and everybody else can fuck off. Is that about right? Let's get some more cards. Okay? All right, let's get some more cards here. So, you care about your family, your friends and your business, okay? And I feel like you try not to start none and there won't be none type of situations. But this is the Vlad the Impaler deck, and we have the Empress here, and she's not in good shape. She's not in good shape. But if anyone messes with you or your friends or family, then, well, we have the Lion here, right? So the Lion done got the Empress kind of energy. Like, yeah, you will go to war for your friends and family. You don't mind doing that if it's necessary. Also, we have the Empress here, so you may have been drawn to the Empress group because I'm feeling this little well of compassion here. Oh, don't even come for me. don't even come for me, okay? I feel the well of compassion you have for your friends and family. We have the 3 of Stakes. Dracula's dreadful and curious things. Yeah, you don't like to talk about it. I feel like this part of you is for your friends and family. And it may be that you have to kind of be this, I'm hearing like a hard ass sometimes, present as a hard ass or tough or have a thick skin or be like verbally harsh because of your job or what you do. But when it comes to like this inner sanctum is what I'm hearing, it's sacred to you. And the money that you need to support it is sacred. And now I'm hearing like I am devoted to like one person energy. Like I don't wander around. People think that I might because of the way I look or the way I am or how I'm laughing and joking with people. They may mistake it, Libra energy, but I'm really devoted to one person. I'm devoted to my family and to my friends. And that's what they don't really get until they really get to know me. I have the Six of Coins here. Wealthy Saxon merchants of Transylvania. I feel like you are about your money, but I feel like, and I'm reading intuitively as well as traditionally here, so it's a mixture, okay? I get this feeling that you can be very charitable in the right situation. And I feel like your motivations for making money have everything to do with yourself, your friends, and your family. Okay, so I get it. People think you're kind of selfish. But the truth is your motivation to succeed is really inspired and done for your family. Your motivations to do things are really your friends and family, the people in your life who are important to you. So you're not selfish. Um, I get this feeling that some of you guys, people think like you're a flirt or just interested in self or vain or something like that. And I think people misread you because of your fierce, intense energy. Because the truth is that you're a very devoted family person. You're a very good friend. And I think likewise, you would jump on an Empress who came for one of yours. I think you would also run to the aid of a stranger if they needed it, like on the side of the road. I don't think you're completely just fuck everybody who isn't your friend or family, but I don't think you would advertise those things either. There is this sense of like, I don't show people that side of me because it's none of their business. And, in this day and age of broadcasting every single thing, oops, sorry. In this day, oops, I did it again. Oops. I did some oopsies. So, in this day and age of broadcasting every single thing to everyone, it's refreshing to see an energy that doesn't do that and just doesn't see the need for everyone to know their business, Okay, let me get some more energy here. We have the Page of Stakes, Chief Falconer, Amza Bay. Okay, all right. The Four of Coins, Vlad paying tribute to the Ottomans. Okay, I get that there are like money concerns. And it feels like you spend quite a bit of time worrying about money and how to provide for yourself, for others, how to take care of things. I feel like some of you guys may have your own business or maybe thinking about going into business for yourself because of this energy around money and the focus of making more money. And I don't feel like, because I feel like you have a very happy-go-lucky kind of feel to your outer self. And if you run a business, people don't really know that, like, you worry about shit. You worry about how to grow shit. You worry about how to take care of what you got. Some of you guys, people don't know that you're thinking about making a business and you're worried about how to start. Have I waited too late? Some of you guys have like just how to make more money or how to ascend on the career ladder. But the outer shell of you is so like easygoing, happy-go-lucky, or you can be very like, what's the word? It's went out of my head. You can be very intimidating. So you have those two perceptions of you, but never the like, what's, what shit is really hitting the fan kind of energy. And I think people would be really surprised, like the weight of the world that is actually on your shoulders. Some of you guys have some heavy weight on you, but no one would know that. They wouldn't know that you worry about like people's health, and you have people, people wouldn't know that you're supporting like other people's families. Some of you guys are sending money to other people who live other places, and there are people on payrolls and things like that. So lots of worry here. And I feel like those around you just don't know. They don't know how worried you are because you just make it look so easy. I want to tell you something. Making things look easy isn't a flex, okay? It doesn't get you far because it backfires on you. Because number one, people don't realize how hard you've worked because you're making it look so easy. So before you know it, you're expected to do so much more. So when you're giving 110%, before you know it, you're giving 150%. And your health starts to really decline. So I'm just telling you, like, think about it. Reflect on that. Some of you guys are type A's. You're type A personality. I get it. But sometimes we can't go full throttle all the time. We have to slow down and trot sometimes. And I feel like people don't realize how fast you're moving sometimes. They don't know. Some of you guys are hiding like pain issues or body issues. Yeah, I'm getting there. Yes. You don't have to, it's me and you. And I'm just going to tell you, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the queen of this shit right here. I literally felt pain for years before I got help. I will tell you a quick story of how I decided to get help from my lupus. I didn't know it was lupus, but I was sitting at my desk and my arm was hurting. And I sat there and I was like, oh, my arm's hurting again this morning. I must have slept wrong. And then it occurred to me that I had been saying that for like 5 years. My arm couldn't hurt for 5 years from sleeping wrong. So that's when I decided I better pick up the phone. Right? Don't be Auntie Amy, okay? Don't do that, because that led me down a very dark road. Okay? Go get help. You're not doing anyone any favors, okay? Especially yourself. And you're worth more than that. So listen to me. So listen to your Auntie Amy. Okay. Let's get some more cards here. I'm going to get some cards from the Mood Oracle because I'm in the mood. This is a fun deck, but I have to screen it because you may not have eyes to see this yet, okay? YouTube sometimes, the tubes sometimes doesn't like these cards, so... And if I show them, I might have to censor them. So I have to see first. Because it's easier just not to show them than censor them. Okay. All right. And they're very messy. And they're very sassy cards. And they're hard for me to shuffle. And this one wants to come out. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, listen. I'm going to show you this card. I feel like some of you guys might not like it, though. Okay. Twin flame. Twin flame. I say it's about time for some irrational emotional drama, wouldn't you? What's funny is like I feel like this is how you feel about emotional drama. Like when you may need to watch group 1, okay? So I feel like there you may have issues with feelings. Okay. You may not really enjoy talking about your feelings. And I get it. Hey, listen, I'm guilty. I'm not good at this either. So, you know, it is what it is, right? But, you know, you have to talk about your feelings in relationships sometimes. It's required. And I know you really care about your friends and your family and your relationships, but you don't like the drama. You try to stay the fuck out of the drama as much as possible. How do you stay out of the drama? Communication. I hear you, but sometimes that leads to shit. Yes, it does. Sometimes it does. It can't just be like you talking. I'm telling you these things. Do not respond to me in any way that might be dramatic. Now I'm leaving the room. That is so literal. That's not how it works, okay? All right, I'm sorry that it doesn't work that way. But you can't just talk at a person and tell them how you feel emotionally and leave. You know, you're going to get feedback, okay? Past life baloney. Oh, uh-oh, you got more baggage than you thought. Yeah, I get the feeling that you have a lot of feelings. Okay. I won't tell anybody. I promise. I promise group 2. I will not tell anybody you have a lot of feelings. Okay. But those closest to you, you might want to let them know how you feel. Because I'm going to tell you, they probably don't really know. Listen, you may think they know because, hey, I'm around. I do all this stuff. Listen, I stand next to you. Like, I want to be around you. Listen, not everybody works like you. And just because you stand next to somebody doesn't mean that they know how you feel about them, okay? Listen, stay with me. Some people you have to actually tell them, hey, I really think you're cute today. Hey, I kind of dig your shoes. Hey, I like you. Hey, you know, you kind of have to say things to people. Just standing next to them, they don't know. All right? Okay, what does this card say? Oh, I can't show you this card. This card has flying unicorn appendages. I can't show them to you, but it says 1111, okay, which is kind of like a portal. So watch for 11s, okay, because it might be time for some emotional healing, which I know y'all hate for me to say. I know you do. I can feel it. I'm going to get one more card. It's fine. It's okay. Listen, we don't have to talk about it, okay? Ascended Masters. Aliens are watching you poop. Well, that's comforting as fuck, right? Listen, I feel like you guys are probably more advanced spiritually than you talk about. You know, I do. And I think this emotional thing really, it just makes your human part, you know, your human mind part uncomfortable. And it has to do, some of you guys, now listen, just stay with me, okay? Some of you guys, it's just like, okay, I don't mean this bad. Some of you guys, it kind of like you feel like it cramps your style, or it just like you feel it's unnecessary. Like people should know how you feel. They don't. They don't. Some of you guys feel a little cringe at it. Listen, you're just going to have to bite the pillow. Okay? just you're just going to have to bite the pillow. All right? And just do it. You're going to have to just do it, okay? And I feel like if you will just try to be more expressive with how you feel verbally, I feel like your emotional self will be happier. Okay. Your relationships will be happier. And then when you stand beside people, they'll know that you're standing beside them means you like them because you've spoken to them. All right, that's just a little side message because your internal world like is so sold out to like and so devoted. But I feel like you may not be feeling like people appreciate you, and the fact is they do. But there needs to be like some emotional like feelings talk, okay? And you can't expect other people to do it before you. All right? I think you'll be really surprised how people will respond to you, okay? All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. Oops, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the Magician, this is going to be your reading all about who you really are. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so we have the Magician here. He holds all the power of all the elements in the palm of his hand. And that really is what the Magician card basically is about. Having everything you need to manifest whatever it is you want, right? So I am feeling Gemini energy here. I'm feeling Aquarius and Pisces energy just right off the bat. That might not be you, but it might be you, okay? So let's pull some cards here. This is the Witch's Familiar Oracle deck, and I felt really guided to start with this deck. So tell me about my group 3. Tell me about my group 3. Who are my group 3? Who are they really? Who are they really? Interesting eyes you have here. Let's see. Better to see you with. We have Fairy Glamour. Beautiful card. We have Blackbird Omens. I get that mystical vibe. Okay. Fairy. You may be aligned with the Fae. Also have a very glamorous kind of vibe. Maybe both. Maybe one or the other. Also get a dark vibe as well with Omens. This card just popped out. We have Mole. Superstition. Okay, so that mystical, kind of a witchy vibe for some of you. Some of you guys might be witches. You might have a darker vibe. You may be gothic or something like that. You may align with the underworld energies as well. You may be an occultist or a hermeticist or whatever labelist you want to put on that. It feels like, though, your appearance really is important as far as how it reflects how you feel. For some of you guys, you may be limited on how you can do this, but if the world was perfect, then you would express yourself purely as you saw fit, right? If things were all equal, right? Okay, let's get some more energy here. Oops, did I pull you or just myself? I've been pulling this cord all day. Okay, give me some more energy here. Tell me more about my group 3. There's a lot of mystery here. There's a lot of intrigue. I'm also feeling like some of you guys might have like what they would call old school glamour. Some of you cast glamours on yourself. You cast beauty spells. Some of you guys are very beautiful or handsome or exquisite, or there's something remarkable about you. Some of you guys have incredible eyes or something quite hypnotic about some of you guys with your eyes. Some of you guys, it's your hair or something striking about your face. And some of you guys have like something about your hands here with the hands held out. You may work with your hands, or you may play music or make things with your hands, or you just may have really attractive hands. But there's definitely some energy here. You may actually move energies through your hands. Okay, tell me more about my group 3. Who are they really? A mirror. You are a mirror. And we have darkness, Nyx. You are a dark mirror. Let's be specific, shall we? You are a dark mirror. Woo, that's deep. You're deep. You're a very deep energy, group 3. You're a dark mirror. Tell me more about the dark mirror. Give me more information. Let me see within the dark mirror. Let's see, we have loneliness. There's this energy of you kind of being in this aloneness. But I don't feel it necessarily as loneliness as independence. There is a Lilith vibe here with my group 3. I feel it as independence. And I feel it as an energy that at times may upset people. It may trigger people. And I think this is an outward work. Okay. What people don't know is how deep this goes. Tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more. Okay, top. We have black square. It's very deep. It's fucking deep. We're talking about Nyx, the primordial dark mother. Before all of this, there was darkness. Before you and I was, or ever was even a thought in creation, there was darkness. There was a primordial dark mother who gave birth to us all. And she has many names across many different religions, okay? And you can call her Lilith or Nyx, and they all have different stories and different paradigms, but all of them are somehow interwoven and connected. And I feel that you are connected to this energy very deeply. And let me fix you here, a little bit there. Okay, that's better. I feel like you are deeply connected to this energy. And I don't think people get how deep it goes. Like, this is who you are. I feel like your outer shell really is who you are. It's not a costume. It's not a show. It's not a mask you wear. I feel like you wore masks in your life. You've had to survive, more than likely. Yes, I feel that. And there was no more masks to be worn. You just couldn't do it anymore. I feel many of you are blossoming through this black mirror with this glamour here. blossoming into who you really are. We have shadow, wholeness, integration, repressed emotions. Now, there's a definite healing energy coming forward for this magician here. I feel like this is a work. Like, this is what you do. You are wholeness. You have integrated many things in your life so that your outer and your inner are true reflections. And you are no longer like hiding your shadow. You're no longer hiding your darkness anymore. You're no longer hiding the dark mirror. You've accepted it as part of who you are. This really is, help me accept the things I cannot change. That part. That's what this is. This is someone who has accepted the things I cannot change. And it's not just acceptance here, it's embracing. It's, I love myself, the weird, unique self. And hey, I'm weird too, right? Weirdness can be very beautiful. Uniqueness is very beautiful. We don't have enough of it. And it feels like the age of Aquarius is really going to help us bring back the beauty of uniqueness, because it left the building for quite some time. And the ideas of perfection and certain aesthetics, sorry, my tongue's heavy, certain aesthetics kind of took over and gave us, body goals, life goals, couple goals that were completely unrealistic and had no compassion for the fact that we are human. And now people are starting to really lean into the human part of beauty, of relationships, understanding that those imperfections that we all suppressed are now to be celebrated. It's what makes us unique and weird and wonderful and human. And I feel that here. I feel like, you talk about a power move is someone that is in shadow work and says, you know what? I'm shifting from working at healing an impossible wound. And I'm shifting to learning to cope with the wound, learning to take care of the wound, learning how to care for it, learning how to nurture it instead of forcing it to heal. It's a whole shifting of perspective. It is a power in shadow work when you realize that is true healing. That's really how it happens, is when you let go of the need to force a healing and you begin to care, providing care and comfort for your wounds. And you love yourself through it. It's a beautiful thing. There's a wisdom from where that comes from. You're very powerful. You're very, very powerful. We have stoicism, peaceful, receptiveness, manifestation. Look at her and how she's wrapped up in that tree. Just so beautifully rooted and so at peace with it. That's power. And, it feels like that really, this is the state of your being. And people don't know this. I feel like because of your appearance, perhaps, they don't pick up on the subtleness of this peaceful warrior, this receptive heart that you have that allows your manifestations to kind of pop up for you. It allows the flow of your life to just kind of happen. But it doesn't really just happen, does it? But you kind of make it look like it's just happening. Be careful with that. Making things look easy isn't always a good thing. We have visionary, confidence, passion, self-worth. Yeah, I feel like you're a visionary. Definitely have visionary abilities. This could be a creative visionary. You could also be a prophetess or a prophet or an oracle. Some of you guys may be guided to like channel a book or channel art or music. You can't see that. We'll put that here. We have prudence, 30, self-assurance, integrity, clear-mindedness. I love that card. That's beautiful. And this is justice. I feel like it's taken you a lot to get where you are, as far as the peace of mind, the peacefulness. And I feel like your peace and your clear-mindedness are very attached here. They're very connected. And I feel like your inner world, you keep it clear of bullshit. Like you don't allow a lot of drama around you anymore. Because you don't have the patience for that shit. You don't. And I feel like that might be where this loneliness. I think people think you're lonely. And maybe at times you are, because I do feel like you may seem distant. Because often those of us who work in the depths of shadow, who work in the void, who work in the underworld, we can seem like that to people. Because we're always in that kind of in-between type energy to other people. And, you know, it's difficult because you want to be close to people, but there's also part of you that needs absolutely detachment from people and from this very heavy underworld energy too. But you also need some normalcy because you're human. So it gets very complicated, doesn't it? Some of you guys may actually be working witches or cast or do tarot readings or things for money. And so it's really important that you have balance. I think that's what the tree is here for. Because I really pick up on the tree and visionary here and how they kind of balance each other. And how your need for balance sometimes makes you appear distant. And what people don't realize is that when they don't see you, you're actually off getting your balance. It takes time. It takes energy for you to get balance. And I think the average person, maybe even your average client, doesn't realize how much energy it takes for you to do what you do. There's a lot of heavy lifting here. There's a lot of like intensity. And then there's a lot of glamour energy and beauty energy. So, you know, you make time to take care of yourself, but at times you're spread very thin. And so I feel like people read you as someone who either is aloof or doesn't have a lot of time, or is lonely or just distant. And I don't think it's because you mean to be that way. I think deep down, you know that you want to be closer to people. I just think sometimes it's hard to figure out where they fit in, right? Where do they fit in? Where can I fit them in? And truthfully, you know, you may have a hard time sometimes relating to people, because in some ways, and I don't mean this to sound like judgy, okay, but for some of you, because some of you guys are at a very high level, okay, and I don't like to gauge levels, okay? Higher isn't better. It's just different, okay? But you're at a different level than other people. So casual conversations become very difficult. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for you to get excited about talking about the basketball game on television. It's hard for you to get excited about things like that. You have to really, like, make time for that, you know. And I'm going to suggest to you that you do make time for that. Make time to balance out your life. Make time for average, everyday human stuff. Okay, it's going to help keep you grounded. It's also going to give you a way to relate to other people. Okay, you need other people. All right, magician, you do. You need other people, and not just magical people. Okay, everyday, average people who won't judge you. The Emperor, Sphinx. Okay, I get that controlling type energy. And I don't mean that bad. Don't get mad at me. I don't mean that bad. I just mean like take control, command, that kind of thing. I get that. I get that, you know, I resonate with that. You know, you have things you want to do, you want to accomplish. But I don't think people realize like how thin you're spread sometimes. And how you kind of push on to keep going. And the truth is that you desperately need some balance. You need some people in your life. You need to make time at some point for people and fun. Okay? Because I feel this. I feel like I want to keep working. I want to keep doing. I want to keep growing. I want to keep, and I need to get balance. So I try to get balance. And then I do that. And then I have to do this to take care of myself. And I have to do this to take care of my family. And there's just no time. Life is very short. And you know this. But cutting out this part of your life is cutting out part of life that is enjoyable. And we need more enjoyment. So we need to find ways for you to enjoy life more. Okay. We have Two of Pentacles, Elf, and the Page of Wands, Necromancer. Okay. Now there's that balance. And what I'm getting here is like, revisit something you used to like to do, okay, as a kid. All right, so I'm just going to put something out there. And I wasn't a kid when I did this, okay? I used to play World of Warcraft, okay? And I miss it, honestly. I really do. I should start playing again. And I did start playing like a few years ago, and then I stopped for reasons. I got stuck on a boat. Anyway, and maybe it's time for you like to pick up something like that, something that's just fun. You don't have to play it professionally. Don't get super competitive. Play it casually. Or, maybe you used to do watercolors. Make time like once a week on a Sunday when you have time or whenever to do it. Devote time to it. And when someone asks you to do something for that hour or 2 hours, say no. Say no. You have permission to tell people no, okay? If not, you can just record this and I'll say no. No, I'm busy. No, I can't do this. No, I can't do that. No, I'm busy. No. The answer is no. I can say no all day long. I don't have any problem saying no. And it will help give you balance, okay? So I don't think people realize how badly you need balance. And you do need alone time, but you also need people. Every one of these groups is complicated. We're complicated people, okay? And I feel like the truth is that you're very powerful. you're really powerful. Like, nobody else is here, but you're super powerful. Okay, you're super, I'll whisper it. You're super, super powerful. It's okay. No one else has to know. I won't tell. Okay, I won't tell nobody. But you are. You have the Emperor and the Magician. Like, you're super powerful. You have Nyx here and this black mirror. The Hangman and the Nine of Cups. Wow, I feel like you are so connected. Like, really connected to the other side. And I felt this entire time. So if you are not witchy or whatever, you may not feel this, but I feel like you're very connected. And I feel like the spirits that work with you work very hard to bless you. Okay. And with the Hangman and the Imp, I'm not necessarily feeling like a hangman here. I'm feeling intuitively like a spirit that hangs around. Okay, some of you guys may work with claw neck or something. A claw neck. Anyway, and I feel like this energy of really trying to bring in like good vibes. Okay, whatever this is. This may be a familiar of yours. This could be a god form or a spirit. It could be a goetic spirit. Some of you guys work with Marbus. I'm hearing Marbus. Some of you do work Payman or Pyman. I call him Payman. He's laughing. He gets my humor. Okay, some of you guys might work with Lucifer. Some of you work with the Dark Father. And I'm getting all kinds of like different energies here. I'm hearing Baal. I'm hearing Beelzebub as well. But I could go on. There's so many energies coming forward now, but I'm feeling like some of this energy is familiar. Some of this is ancestral as well. But you have energies that work on your behalf. And these energies are very aligned. And they say I can say this, but I don't like to say this because it sounds kind of snotty. But literally, like, you can command them. Like, they are very loyal to you. And it's because you have a relationship with them. I'm feeling like a relationship, long-term relationship. Some of you guys have past lives with these spirits. I'm getting like a high-pitched download right now. So tell me more about this. You are extremely powerful. That's the truth of you. You were born powerful. You were born like with this very powerful connection with the underworld and with this very powerful, like, I keep connecting to like darkness, like dark energy. And I don't mean that evil. Okay, so before people get all upset, I'm not saying evil. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Boom, 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 boom. And that's a giant whale and a mandragora. I want to say mandrake, but it's not. You see right here, it's a mandragora, which is so cool. Isn't that cool? That's super cool, man. It's like a mandrake root. And then we have a giant whale. And it feels like with the Ace of Cups, I'm feeling like there's a lot of gifts of like psychic ability, intuitive ability, and conjure. And then I'm getting, there's gifts with herbalism, oil making, anything to do with like root work, roots. I'm hearing a roots. And I'm getting like bones and things like that. So I'm feeling like this may be two groups. This may be a group that has both of these aspects as well. Some of you guys may be involved in hoodoo, and some of you guys are involved in like Goetia. Some of you guys are involved in like nature-based religion. Some of you guys are involved in underworld-based religion or infernal work. Some of you guys are involved in all of it. That's just what's coming through. I just took a deep breath because your energy is very, it's extremely powerful. And I feel like this part of you, you do mask. And it's because you are so powerful, you mask this. Because the everyday person doesn't need to feel this. I feel like it would confuse them if they knew people like this just walked around every day. It's part of what like people who are really powerful do, to kind of like pass and repass in the world. But it also, when you do this, sometimes you have a tendency to stop being able to relate to people. And I feel like for you, it's really important that you seek out connections with people. I think for you, it's very healing. It also brings community to you as well, and you to communities. And because I feel like you have something to offer. You have something to, like it's part of your reason to be kind of thing. And so your connection to community is important, which is hard to have if you're not doing the other things here, right? So, and those of you who are struggling with that, that's part of you that you probably hide. Although I think some people feel it, you know, I think some people want to be closer to you, but they aren't able to. And I felt this, I think, in group too, this kind of struggle to kind of like be closer, you know. It's a different atmosphere, but it has like, this vibe is there too, but it is different. Now, for those of you who haven't tried like these paths that are being brought out, then this is information that's coming out about you, like gifts and abilities. Because the potential here is for you to grow into these gifts and abilities if you haven't started. There's definitely a lot here to uncover. So, okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful, insightful, and entertaining reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 4, all of you that selected the Queen of Wands. This is going to be your reading all about who are you really. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So your auntie had a little breaky break between 3 and 4, so there you go. Now, it says confidence here, courage, confidence, independence, and determination. Okay, so I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like this is you. This is definitely your energy. I'm also feeling that you're probably really attractive. Okay. I'm really picking up on the eyes here. We have like a red eye here and like a blue eye. I don't know if you can see it. And a smile here. Of course, it's a skeleton, but still. There's a smile here. There's something about your smile, your eyes. I feel like you're very captivating. And I feel like people are often jealous of you. I feel like people pay attention when you enter a room in some way. I do feel like your appearance at times triggers people, And that's unfortunate. And it feels like some of you just want to be loved. I feel that here. We have scream, fear, horrified. We have black light, stood up, no show. Yeah, I feel like deep down you fear being alone. There's this fear of being alone. Even though we have this courageous, confident, independent energy, you want to be independent. You are independent, but you also, we are complex creatures. Every one of these readings has had some complexity in it that has left me kind of like, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? And here we have this. We have a fiercely independent creature who is confident, determined, brave, probably pretty hot. Amazing smile. Some of you guys your face may be part of what you do, your looks, your attraction. Perhaps you make a living with your voice as well. So that's just something there. But you have this certain persona, perhaps. But deep down, who you really are, you're afraid of being alone. You have abandonment issues deep down. And that's okay. There's no judgment. Hey, abandonment issues here. I have those too. So, there's nobody else here. Honey, we have mystery house, haunted, tortured souls. So you're haunted by, like, you feel like you have missed opportunities. Perhaps why trying to achieve things in your life, perhaps trying to keep shit together in situations. You may be one of those people that's kind of a reluctant leader. Everyone just kind of turned to you, or you ended up being the boss when you didn't want to be the fucking boss in the first place, kind of energy. And I feel like a lot of you have regret here. Of things not done, of places not gone, of things not said. Okay, there's a lot of this deep kind of haunted energy. If you don't feel that, this may not be your reading. There may be other messages here for you, but this feels like a deep well within this group of like, I think you've seriously been fucked over by people you love. We have craft, the craft, magic, chemistry. Some of you guys are in the craft. Some of you guys have that thing. You have that magic thing. You have that special thing that either has gotten you attention or is going to get you attention. I'm getting a high-pitched download on my left side. It's like a ringing. You have that black light, that black flame. And I want to tell you something. Those of you who are feeling this, I want you to know that you haven't missed anything, okay? You are just on the right timing for what's meant for you, okay? Fine wines take time. And magic has to move in the way that it does, all right? I do understand that some of you have had some, pretty painful past experiences. This feels like childhood. We have acknowledgement, recognition best award. I feel like for the Queen of Wands, this is something that is like, I think people see this. People see this around you, even if you don't. Some of you guys have gotten recognition, okay? Some of you guys just have this energy around you, and it's something you're working on, or the universe is working towards you. I almost feel this energy right here. It's so weird. And it feels like there's just this big energy over here of fear. And I don't think anyone would ever guess this in a million years, that you have fears about what you're manifesting. That of course you want these things. Of course you do. Look at you. It's meant for you. How could you not? How could you think how could you, like a lot of that. But the truth is that these fears come from dark places, from really painful experiences that haunt you. And some of these are generational issues that some people would never guess. They would never guess in a million years that you come from what you do. It would shock them. And you like it that way. Like you're not one. The Queen of Wands can be a very big energy, but selective about the bigness of that energy. Because it really is about, for the Queen of Wands, I feel her much like the one who is the showstopper, the one who's putting on the show out of all the queens. It's her. The Queen of Cups is the emotion. She's the sensualness. The Queen of Wands is the sexy. She's the showstopper. She's the bright light. The Queen of Cups is the sensual. She's the slow burn. She's the noir. I hope I said that right. Novel. We have, let's see, what do we have here? We have simmering, divine timing, kettle. Yeah. I feel like, first of all, I just want you to know your reading is different from the rest of them. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm doing this differently, just so you know. I think everyone else can see the kettle boiling around you with this light, with this possibility. And I think people would be surprised to know how afraid you are, how scared you are, how unknowing you are, how doubtful you can be. And it's because not many people in your personal life have ever really believed in you. All the belief that you've had is the belief in yourself. And I just want to say to you, do you know how fucking powerful you are? Were you pulled to group 3? Do you know how fucking powerful you are? For real. Like, take a moment. Just take a moment. All the belief you had, I'm going to say it again, was the belief in yourself. You made you. You made you. Spike the football. You made you. That's right. And everybody else can see that. And before you know it, more people, the people that matter, the people that align you with the things that are meant for you are going to see it, because you are determined. This is powerful determination. You are so, so powerful. And I need you to just sit with that. Because if you'll sit and simmer in your power, a lot of this doubting energy and this fear will dissolve. It doesn't mean you don't have fear. Being fearless means I see the fear and I double that and I'm going anyway. So it's going to be what it's going to be. We have dark feminine energy, user succubus. Okay, we have unique, one of a kind, paranormal. We have ET, telepathic communication, music. Are some of you guys called to make music, or you make, or you're called, you like the voice thing that we talked about earlier? You're doing something with your voice, maybe online, maybe you make videos, maybe you do tarot, maybe you do vlogs, maybe you make music. on different platforms. Perhaps you write. There's something communication-wise. You have a unique energy. You're unique, one of a kind. And so your opportunity is going to be unique, one of a kind. I feel like I've given this message recently, like in the last couple of weeks. And because you're unique, one of a kind, your pathway is unique, one of a kind, and things are aligning for you. And I feel like you're the kind of person that when your manifestations, no matter how small, pop off, you're just in awe of it popping off. Because you still haven't correlated how powerful you are. And I need you to do that, okay? Because other people see how powerful you are. And it's time for you to see how powerful you are. Allow yourself the joy of enjoying the truth of who you are, okay? Enjoy the fact that you have Queen of Wands energy. Your determination is powerful, but so is this big, beautiful showstopper energy. Let's get into that more, okay? Because that is what's going to help increase your flow. That's what's going to help the universe manifest more of the changes that you want to see in your life. It feels like to me that you doubt yourself because you've had some bad situations with user energy, masculine energy using feminine energy, okay? And it feels like that is a source of this like parasitic energy that at times may paralyze you from being able to move forward. And that's why leaning into the more positive energy about yourself, recognizing your power, helps to drain this source. Because I feel like this source somehow was able to make this super powerful Queen of Wands energy feel powerless. And you, my dear, are not powerless. You aren't. And you know this to a degree. And many of you aren't really making the connection of where the fear is coming from. And that's why this is coming forward. Okay. For some of you, you've done work on this and you haven't really put it together that that's where this is coming from. This is old stuff that still is causing you to doubt your worth and your ability to truly like walk into this, because there's fear around it. It could be fear of money, fear of attention, fear of actually fulfilling your destiny, things like that. And it feels like it's connected to your self-worth. So there's still work to do around your self-worth. And listen, it takes time. It takes energy. It takes patience. You have to have the patience, Queen of Wands. That determination, there are some things you can't power through. Sometimes you got to power down, okay? And love on yourself. And figure it out. You have to lean into the good things about yourself more. It's going to give you wings to fly. Like that commercial. Red Bull. It's going to give you wings to help you fly. It's going to give you clarity. You're going to feel peace about moving forward, about where to go, how to get there. But more than that, I feel like you're going to feel at peace. Because I feel like this Queen of Wands, the determination here is so, so strong. And I feel like sometimes you probably work a lot, don't you? It really helps escape like the feelings. So you use a goal, which is always good to have a goal and a dream. Okay, I'm not hating on that. But to use overworking yourself as a means of escape really isn't good for you. It isn't good for anyone, okay? And you're not doing your best work when you're doing that, are you? You're just kind of pushing through to push through. I understand. I do. But you deserve better than that. Okay, let's get some tarot here. Tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more. You're very attractive. I feel like you guys worry about what you look like a lot, and that's coming from past experiences. Some of you guys have had really bad experiences with loved ones, partners, parents who are very judgmental of the way you look. There's body issues here, and I got to tell you, you know, before you can really walk into this like road and path that you're wanting to walk, there are some things you got to accept about yourself, or you will destroy yourself. And I don't think you want to do that. You have to accept how you are, how you look, how you sound, and the limits of your vessel, okay? What you can actually do, what you can actually sustain, what's normal for you. It's not going to look like what's normal for someone else, okay? Fuck the beauty standard, all right? Okay, I just want to make that clear. That one on the bottom too, and no reversals. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands, we have the Hermit, and we have the Emperor. The ultimate authority rests with him. Listen. I know that you really want to have some kind of control about how things unfold for you. I feel like you want to have like control of how people see you. You want to have control of when it happens, how it happens. You want to have control. And I mean this generally speaking. I feel like there is a lot of thought about this kind of stuff. And it's left you in kind of this isolated state where it's hard for people to get close to you. You have to be determined to fulfill your dreams on the outside, as to be determined to love and care for yourself, if that makes sense. Your determination needs to be inner focused on your inner issues. The truth is that this is unfolding when you're ready, and how you're ready. And you're not going to have control of this, okay? But it's still going to make you happy. But it's not in your control. And I feel this energy about trying to control how you look. Some of you guys are, I'm sorry for what you're going through. I'm not going to talk about it. And there's some healing that needs to be done. You have to, if you want other people to accept you how you are without these standards that are unachievable, you have to, with yourself, you have to love yourself, because it's rough out there, and it seems to be getting rougher. So we have to love on ourselves, because the Wands card, the Queen of Wands card, reads to me like a very ambitious person, a feminine energy. You don't have to be feminine, but a feminine energy, okay, that is burning out. And they're hopeful and they're working very hard, but they have so much fear about how it's going to, you know, unfold. What do they look like? Are they meeting the standards? What if I fuck up? What if I'm not worthy of this? What if I can't do this? It's like imposter syndrome. And there's a lot of anxiety, and there doesn't seem to be any real outlet for that anxiety. And it feels like someone who is really hard on themselves. And I feel like when people see you, they don't see this. I think when people interact with you, they don't know this. They see this smiling person with very striking eyes, probably extremely attractive. You may have some of you guys like have like something about your chin, like a really good chin line or something. You may have, like, if you're masculine, you may have a beard or something like that. I feel like you feel alone a lot. No matter how many people you have in your life. And I feel like you truly want to be loved. And sometimes you just want someone to come in and kind of like make it all better. Okay? And I really do feel like there's a time coming that you're going to have some happiness come through for you. But it's going to reflect. And what I mean by that is that there's a time where your inner self is going to find peace and happiness within. You're going to learn how to give that to yourself more. And as you do that, that happiness and contentment will be reflected back to you. And as this reflection happens, you will find that these manifestations and things that you want to happen pick up. Okay, let's get some more energy here. Tell me some more about my group 4. Tell me more about my group 4. Okay, we have the world. The end is in here. I wanted to say near, but it's the end is here. We have the suite of pentacles. It's the 7. Look up my works. So I feel like you're very dedicated to the pursuit, to your dreams, to your goals. Like, you put in the work. I think you look really good doing this. And I think people look up to you. I think people are impressed with you and you don't realize it. And meantime, you have all this inner turmoil going on, and there's a new chapter about to begin for you because one is ending. And it's going to be different for each one of you. But for some of you, you're ending like a struggle with some kind of health concern. For some of you, it's like a relationship. For some of you, this is like a career change. For some of you, you've started something new already or you're about to, but there's some kind of like shifting of energies that's happening or about to happen. That's why it's so important for you to see your worth. For you to understand that other people see your worth. So you don't get taken advantage of. We don't want you to get taken advantage of anymore. We don't want people to use you. So it's important before this unfolds, because it's different for different people, but there's something you're determined to do, that you learn your worth, that you don't accept less than your worth in relationships, in general, in your life. Now, I know we all have to make a living, okay? So I'm not saying to quit your job or anything like that. I'm saying it's time to learn your worth. Okay, your real worth. I think outwardly, people would say you know it, but the real you does not know your worth. You have abandonment issues, which keeps you at bay from people. It's also part of what's keeping you at bay from being able to really pursue the things you want to pursue. Because there's a fear of it leaving, fear of it not being sustained, fear of you not being good enough for it. And all of those things are blocking. They're blocking your ability to think more clearly and more ambitiously about the things that you want to pursue. It's limiting you. And it's time for you to open up new perspectives for yourself. So you have to get real about your worth. Think bigger. Think larger. All right? Okay, group 4, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful, insightful, and an entertaining reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.